Time now for Out of Left Field, brought to you by your Tri-State Cadillac dealers. We're comparing Matt Harvey and Dellin Betances in their 2017 seasons, wondering if they could be traded for each other. Harvey's numbers significantly uglier, but remember, Betances lost the strike zone entirely late in the season, basically was an afterthought for Joe Girardi in October. Harvey's under control for one more year, Betances for two. And with that, time now for the call to the bullpen. Mark Harvey joins us to talk about this. Mark, should both teams do this? What do you think about that idea?
I'd pass. I mean, honestly, I'd pass. From a Met perspective, I'd love to do it because I think Dellin Betances has got arguably the best relief arm in all of Major League Baseball. I know he's 6'8". I know he can lose the strike zone. Everything you said right there leading into it, Doug, is absolutely true. The fact is, when he is on, he's unhittable. I mean, that's really what it comes down to. And I think it would be a grave mistake for the Yankees to trade Dellin Betances. Plus, I can't trade him for a question mark. I mean, you can hear all the good things about Matt Harvey. I heard it 2 years ago. I heard it last year. I'm hearing the same rumblings this year. You know, the fact is Matt Harvey has not handled himself away from the baseball diamond all that well. He's been a poor product, oft injured on the baseball diamond. That's not a deal. I'm not willing to trade Dellin Betances for a big-time question mark. You want to trade Betances? I need a bigger solution than Matt Harvey.
Schwarber.
I would do that. I like Schwarber, right. Before the Stan deal, now you got nowhere to play Schwarber.
Now, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, that you wouldn't do this from a Mets perspective,
right,
which is why this is such a good conversation.
Right, I would not do it. Now, I understand why you wouldn't do it from the Yankees perspective. I wouldn't either, but I am not doing it from a Mets perspective. I've gone through too much with Matt Harvey to get to this point where it is 1 year left. I am riding this out. As simple as that. If they want to trade him at the trade deadline for something other than Betances, fine. And I'm not knocking Betances as a pitcher. I know what he is. It would kill the Mets and their fans to trade Harvey to the Yankees when you feel like you're trading him at the lowest value it could ever be. And Betances is something, but that's not enough for Matt Harvey. And what he did at his peak for this organization in 2015, I'm sorry, I am not trading him for any reliever in Major League Baseball. I'm riding this out. You figure if he's worth anything, you're going to get the best of Matt Harvey this season. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but I'm not trading him for any bullpen arm.
That's your heart speaking.
It might be, but Betances can't find the strike zone either. It's not like he's
Betances has been great, though. Betances has been brilliant.
Did he see the
Betances has been better, more consistently better than Matt Harvey. Matt Harvey was a long time ago when he was great.
If you brought him over. Look, I did write this week that I thought, I don't understand why you're talking about shopping Matt Harvey for a reliever. Just go out and sign relievers. And you brought Callaway in partly to fix Harvey. But at the same time, if I was a Mets, I'd be intrigued by Betances because you put him at the back of that pen. Now you really have something because I think that he'll get fixed this year. So I'd be willing to do it.
But here's the rub, right? If you trade him July 31st at the MLB trade deadline and he's pitching well and the Mets are good, you're going to trade Matt Harvey?
No, you can't do that.
No, if the Mets are good,
if the Mets are good and Harvey is great, are you going to trade him July 31st?
No, but I think that's one of the reasons why I'd rather keep him. If Harvey's having a great season, two things could happen. One, his value goes up, and even if the team's bad, you can trade him.
Are the Mets going to sign Matt Harvey?
No.
You're looking at basically going all in on Matt Harvey for 1 year because that's basically it for his Met run in his.
I think his performance will dictate whether they sign him.
Sure, but
I don't think they're signing him.
How about you trade Harvey for Betances and go sign Lance Lynn?
Well, how about you sign Wayne Davis and keep...
Well, you could do that.
So there are many ways to do it.
And our coordinating producer, Dave Mandel, makes a good point. The team control here is important because the Mets are about to lose, conceivably, two of those big parts of that bullpen that they're trying to muster up for this season. Betances has 2 more years of team control. He'd be one of the few pieces, along with Swarzak, in your bullpen in 2 years' time.
Yeah, I think pound for pound, there's no arguing that the Yankees have Betances the better pitcher in the deal. When you factor in control, when you factor in... I'm talking about under control, obviously, not actual control. When you factor in the performance of the two pitchers. I'm not doing it from the Mets' perspective. Again, they've gone down this road too much with Harvey.
I get it.
And I'm not trading him to the Yankees.
Right now, do you think Harvey's going to have a good 2018?
No, I don't.
All right, so then what is it? The fear?
I'm not watching Matt Harvey.
Wait. You can't say no. You can't say no. You have no faith, and you're not going to trade him. You got to have some faith.
That makes no sense.
Well,
I mean, you can't say he's not going to have a good 2018, but you wouldn't trade him for
That's why Callaway's here.
Out of pure fear that he's going to pitch well for the Yankees. That makes no sense.
There's other variables here. Number one, I don't love Dellin Betances. A guy, first of all, to love a pitcher, I like a guy who throws strikes. That's number one. Number two, there is something to be said about having Matt Harvey, a guy who pitched this team to the World Series. Series with the attitude
that guy's gone.
I know that.
That guy is gone.
I don't want to see him with
Enough
the
about the All-Star game. Enough about 15. That guy is long gone.
It's easy for you to say the Yankees
No,
fan.
hold on. No. But here, I sat here and watched Matt Harvey handle himself poorly last year.
Agreed,
right?
we both did.
I heard him not show up. Yeah, I mean, the idea that Matt Harvey has done everything he can, and you are going to find that guy from the All-Star game at Citi Field, that guy's gone.
I understand.
I mean, there has to come a point in time where you have to come to a realization that he is no longer there. He physically can't do that anymore.
But I just don't want to see him, period, with the Yankees.
There's just something so funny about a conversation like that. In the middle of that, our producer, Gerard Musi, gets in my ear. We got to wrap it up. And that's the truth. We do have to wrap it up.
Reel Sal in. Reel him in.